willkommen zu einer Runde mit Florian. Wir spielen heute ein Spiel, das Stanley Parable, eines, das ich erschreckenderweise bis heute noch nie gespielt habe. Also ich starte es gerade zum ersten Mal. Und ich habe aber schon sehr viel Gutes über dieses Spiel gehört und von vielen Leuten gehört, dass es ein Must-Spiel ist. Deshalb probieren wir das heute einmal.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month,
Klingt nach Beschäftigungstherapie.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Mehr als noch am realen Job, aber egal. Ich bin jetzt schon sehr gespannt.
One day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him.
Es ist noch Vormittag.
No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Sag jetzt nur das Kinderbierchen.
Or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Sein größtes Achievement seit 10 Jahren. Ganz schön hässlich, die Firma konnte sich nicht viel leisten, wie es scheint.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room. Okay, nein. Warum haben alle eigentlich so gemeinsame Räume? Nur Stanley wird abgegrenzt bis zum geht nicht mehr? Vielleicht ist er ein Asozialer. Viel kann er nicht machen. Außer Geräusche. Scheint recht eine große Firma zu sein. Aber dennoch haben sie nicht viel für Inventar übrig gehabt. Was steht da?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So, jetzt machen wir es andersrum, schauen wie er
This was
reagiert.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ich finde das eine lustige Idee. Also normal bin ich nicht so der große Indie-Spieler, aber...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ja.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers are mysterious but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ja, verstehe. Nette Gegend. Also wo immer das ist. Nettes Gebäude.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
Nein. Die schauen aus wie aus Portal. Oder? Nicht? Die Knöpfe vom Lift? Habe ich ein bisschen so in Erinnerung. Schaut generell ein bisschen aus wie Portal jetzt.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's,
Ja, bitte?
left.
Fuck, wo bin ich? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
So.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Ich hab keinen Stress.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Dann machen wir das. Aha, ein Truck. Oh. Der schaut schon gut aus. Da gefällt's mir. Oh. Oha.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
Fired.
It's rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Wir können die Chefetage
However,
machen.
rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Aha. War das jetzt sowas wie ein Game Over? Was ich gerade
All of his
erzeugt habe?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, schauen wir mal. Oh, wo bin ich gerade hergekommen? Verwirrt. Ich glaube, man kann in dem Spiel recht viel.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Das finde ich echt cool, es spielt dort so ein bisschen
Okay, then.
Spiele selbst hinterfragen.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Das finde ich echt gut. Das ist eine lustige Idee. Ja, eine Map wäre mal ganz praktisch. Sind jetzt alle Türen offen da? Ah gut, außer die vielleicht die interessant wäre. Okay.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Nah.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Genau, das wollte er schon immer. Das war sein größtes Ziel im Leben. Get to the meeting room.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Nein, ich will aber nicht. Ich werde das basieren auf die besten Sachen, wenn man absolut nicht das macht, was man sollte oder so. Ja, und jetzt? Boah, jetzt schon Username Access. Okay, ich hab ihn kaputt gemacht. Ist auch okay. So, da. Achso. So schnell fahren die runter. Auf einen Knopf. Wenn ich auf meinem PC auf den Alt-Knopf drücke, dann dauert das erst einmal trotzdem eine halbe Minute, bis der runtergefahren ist.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Wow.
Now this,
Schaut
well,
mal
I'll
schön
be
aus.
honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my
Gefällt mir
story
ganz
took place in an
gut,
office
ja.
building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Danke.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Mausmodus, sehr cool.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help
haben
of
sie
the
es
Stanley
gar nicht so schwierig
Adventure Line.
gemacht, weil sie mit wenig Mitteln recht viel rausholen. Also, sprich, die Map ist jetzt nicht so aufwendig, es gibt nicht so viel, im Grunde nur der einzige große Trigger ist der Sprecher.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
Nur wie unterschiedlich das
Wherever
bis
we
jetzt
end up be our
laufen kann.
destination, even if there's no story there. Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Das finde ich schon ganz lustig, dass die Spiele hinterfragt das System von Spielen schon ganz gut. Also, das ist schon ganz interessant. Ich weiß gar nicht, wie viel hat das Spiel zu Beginn gekostet?
We're back at the office? No.
Das wäre ganz interessant zu wissen.
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
gell?
after everything we've been through, you...
Der eine ist nämlich gefeuert.
Take this anymore, to hell with it. Restart.
Was ist, wenn man einfach... Okay. Er kommt nicht auf die Idee, das Gebäude einfach zu verlassen oder so.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Definitely.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Das funktioniert so eigentlich überhaupt nicht. Das macht mich ganz narrisch. Gehen wir zurück. Folgen wir der Adventure Line. Oder auch nicht. Der unmögliche Weg. Solche Spaßvögel.
Oh no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. You should be fine.
Und ich würde ganz sehen, wo ich überhaupt arbeite. Kommt die jetzt schon wieder her? Okay. Aber ich muss schon sagen, insgesamt ist es schon recht viel rumgehen. So, alles in allem.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Ja, seine Logik funktioniert ganz sicher.
Come, Stanley. Our
Der Typ hat
destiny
natürlich einen Plan.
awaits.
Ach nee. Okay.
Hold up, what's this?
Stanley
The
dies.
confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Ist cool.
So now, according to the schedule,
Ist
I
schon
restart
cool, ja,
again.
ne?
Then what?
Also,
Am I just supposed to forget?
finde ich cool.
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Wenn der
Well,
Bookstore
who
gebaut.
consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be
Das ist
trapped
lustig.
like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Ganz
How would
sicher
we
nicht.
even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Cool. Sind wir jetzt da, wo der Narrator gone ist.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had something
Ist
to
das,
remember.
ja. Nice, cool. Keine Ahnung, ob es jetzt tatsächlich neu gestartet hat.
When Stanley came to a set of
Oder
two
ob ich
open
immer noch im
doors,
ersten
he
Durchlauf
entered the
bin.
door on his left.
Ich habe keine Ahnung. Ich glaube, ich bin zuvor die Richtige. Dann gehen wir jetzt wirklich die Linke. Ich glaube, ich bin die Richtige. Ah, ich glaube, da war ich noch nicht. Schönes Bild. Erinnert mich an Pink Floyd Endless River Cover. Oh,
Yet there was
spannend.
not a single person here either.
Und geht
Feeling a
weiter.
wave
Ja,
of
so.
disbelief,
Ja, da geht's
Stanley
weiter.
decided to
So,
go
und alle,
back to
die
his
wo einen Job
boss's
haben und
office,
Angestellte
hoping
sind,
he might find an answer there.
das wäre die Überlebensstrategie. Schön merken.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ja doch, das machen wir. Boss's Office klingt gut. Ah ja, so wohnt der dann. So funktioniert das System. Der kriegt wieder mal alles so ab. Während die in meinem gammeligen Ruhm drinnen.
Stepping into his manager's
Correct.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wo? Hätte glaube ich besser zuhören sollen. Underwood.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Ah, da war das. Ups. 2. Na.
2845.
Geil. 2. 8. 4. 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Super.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Wo ist der? Fast nicht zu übersehen, gell? Das Gebäude gibt einfach so keinen Sinn. Einfach überhaupt keinen Sinn. Aber egal. Das Secret vielleicht wieder der Raum mit den Monitoren. Kann das sein. Ja, ich weiß nicht, jedes Mal wenn das Spiel anfängt mich zu langweilen, passiert eigentlich wieder was Interessantes, finde ich. Das Gebäude gibt keinen Sinn.
When for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
So, wo sind wir jetzt?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Oh, das merkt man so für später. Da gehen wir jetzt natürlich rein. Und wir laufen immer genau in die Arme.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Das kostet sicher viel.
To himself. Did he have the strength?
Ich bin jetzt unten. Ich verstehe. Tja, blöd, dass noch nichts funktioniert. Okay. Ich frage mich, wie viel all diese Bildschirme wohl gekostet haben. Und welche Auflösung die haben.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
und da sind sicher Überwachungskameras, die so keiner sieht. An der Decke von den Räumen.
Eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Ganz sicher, das ist noch kaum aufgefallen. Nee, das. Oh je.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept
Glaub nicht, ich glaube, das hat ihm schon immer Spaß gemacht.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life?
Aber es ist ganz cool, weil es regt dazu an, wieder zu den Orten zu gehen und dann den anderen Weg zu nehmen. Also, es hat durchaus einen recht großen Widerspiegel.
Controls labeled with emotions.
Das Offline.
Or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oder ich gehe da rein und lass mich Mind controllen. Okay. Von mir aus. Alles offline. Nicht deaktiviert, offline. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nein, ich verstehe nicht, wie das Spiel denkt. Mind Control, Writing Input. Was ist das für eine Programmiersprache?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. Cool. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Ist echt lustig. Finde ich cool.
But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're
obliterated. Wie viel der Sprecher an Zeit braucht hat, um mal seinen Text einzusprechen.
I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Können wir jetzt
Of course,
aufmachen?
that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Das wird wahrscheinlich nicht.
These colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Finde ich gut.
One soul?
Echt lustig.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Das ist eine lustige Idee.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Ich finde tolle Organisation.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your
Das wird ganz sicher so
or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Und jetzt? Wenn ihr es will, von vorn starten. Okay. Ich habe keine Ahnung, ob ich bis jetzt das Spiel eigentlich einmal durchgespielt habe oder ob ich immer noch im ersten Durchlauf bin. Aber ich werde mal passieren und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal.